Why most tile installations miss industry standards, and how to avoid costly mistakes. These mistakes destroy tile installs months later, even when it looks perfect at first. Most tile installations don't fail because of bad tile or bad grout. They fail because critical industry standards are missed long before anyone notices a problem. If you're remodeling a bathroom, kitchen, or floor, everything might look great on the surface. Clean lines, shiny tile, nice grout joints. But hidden mistakes in waterproofing, substrate prep, or mortar coverage can quietly set your project up for failure, sometimes years later. Today I want to walk you through where tile jobs typically go wrong, how to spot red flags early, and how to protect yourself before grout day, when problems become expensive to fix. First, let's talk about where tile failures actually start. Most tile jobs don't fail at the tile layer, they fail underneath it. Homeowners often assume, if it looks good, it must be installed correctly. Unfortunately, that's not how tile works. Early red flags include uneven substrates, skipped waterproofing steps, missing movement joints, or installers rushing prep work. These issues may never show up visually until moisture, movement, or stress exposes them later. That's why knowing what to look for early matters. One of the most important defenses you have is understanding industry standards. In North America, tile installations are guided by the TCNA, the Tile Council of North America. These guidelines aren't suggestions. They exist because tile assemblies move, absorb moisture, and respond to real-world conditions. TCNA methods cover everything from substrate flatness to waterproofing systems and mortar coverage. When installers ignore these details, you can end up with cracked tile, water damage, or mold behind the walls. Alongside TCNA guidelines are the ANSI A108 standards. These define how tile is actually installed, things like proper mortar coverage, grout joint sizing, and movement joints. When ANSI standards are skipped, tiles can debond, grout can crack, and floors can hollow sound or fail prematurely. Knowing these standards helps you ask better questions, even if you're not a tile pro. Now let's talk about prevention. Waterproofing is one of the most commonly missed steps in tile installations. Tile and grout are not waterproof. Without a proper waterproofing membrane behind the tile, moisture migrates into framing, drywall, or subfloors. In showers, a flood test should always be performed before tile is installed. If that step is skipped, you're trusting that everything was done correctly, without proof. Next is substrate preparation. Tile needs a clean, flat, stable surface. Many failures happen because the substrate wasn't flattened properly, cracks weren't addressed, or the surface wasn't suitable for tile in the first place. Self-leveling underlayment and crack isolation membranes aren't upgrades, they're protection. Skipping them saves time up front but risks long-term failure. Mortar coverage is another hidden issue. Large format tile requires specific mortar types and techniques. Without proper coverage, tiles can crack, sound hollow, or break under load. This includes using the right trowel size, keying in mortar, and verifying coverage, not guessing. Finally, grout day matters more than most people realize. Changes of plane require flexible sealant, not grout. Joint sizes must be appropriate for the tile type. And sealing needs to be done correctly to avoid staining and moisture intrusion. This is where independent tile consulting can make a real difference. A tile consultant doesn't sell tile or install it. Their job is to protect your project by reviewing plans, checking prep work, and verifying that standards are being followed, before mistakes are buried. Pre-installation checks, waterproofing verification, and grout day inspections can prevent five-figure tear-outs later. If there's one takeaway here, it's this: tile failures are predictable and preventable. The more you understand what happens before tile is set, the better protected your remodel will be. And if you want an extra layer of confidence, independent guidance can help ensure your project is done right the first time. If you want help reviewing your project or spotting red flags early, you'll find more information in the link below.